Anyway, here now is Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin. Governor, great to have you back, sir. How are you?
Sean, thank you for having me. Thank you for covering this. I think this is the most important election in the nation. We have a chance to really stand up, yes, for common sense conservative values. And just 24 months ago, Virginia was a state that was completely dominated by the Democrats. And we swept our statewide elections in 2021. We flipped our House. And now's our chance to finish the work, to hold our House, flip our Senate, and really get Virginia in overdrive. You know, on the ballot, Sean, are really clear choices. A choice between low taxes or tax and spend. A choice between empowering parents or letting the teachers' unions and bureaucrats raise your children. A choice between backing the blue or allowing them to continue to demean and demoralize law enforcement. And finally, Sean, a choice between running a state with a real purpose that we understand we work for Virginians as opposed to telling them what to do all the time with mandates. I think Virginians done great. I mean, listen, Sean, we started out bottom third in the nation when I came in job growth. And over the last 20 months, we've risen to third in the nation in job growth. We've got more Virginians working than ever. We're continuing to drive for expectations of excellence in our schools. We're back in the blue. So now we're on the ballot. And we have got to hold our House and flip our Senate. And that's why we're pushing so hard for early voting. We have 41 days left of early voting. And then, of course, Election Day on November the 7th. There were 500,000 Virginians who voted for Winsome Sears and Jason Miyares and me in 2021 that didn't come out and vote in the midterms last year. And so we are pushing hard to get Republicans off the sidelines, get to secureyourvotevirginia.com, make a plan to vote early, and let's win this thing.
You know, I'm glad you're talking about early voting. I've been saying to Republicans, you've got to get over, it's not the system I want. I want paper ballots, Election Day to be a national holiday. I want partisan observers watching the vote count all day. When the polls close, watch the vote counting all night, declare a winner. I want signature identification, voter ID, chain of custody controls, updated voter rolls. But partisan observers are crucial. But that's not the system we have. And I think you're being realistic. And Republicans, conservatives need to get this message. You better deal with the system we're stuck with. And the Democrats, they have mastered early voting. Republicans have waited. You can't start Election Day down 400,000 or 500,000 votes and expect to be competitive. Similarly, legal ballot harvesting. It's legal in many states. Democrats have mastered that. Now, the RNC has decided to go forward with bank your vote. I give them credit. Now they need to get into the issue of legal ballot harvesting in the states that allow it, because otherwise they're not going to be competitive, in my view.
Yeah, Sean, and just to add having a picture ID to vote to your list. But on top of this, what we, of course, have seen is that Republicans have stayed on the sidelines sometimes and miss it because they have a sick child or there's a storm or something happens at work. And we've got to get everybody out to vote. And I will say on the first day of early voting in Prince William County, which is one of our big battleground counties, there were 74% more people who voted on the first day of our ballot this year than last year in our congressional midterms. It's working. We got to get people off the sidelines at secureyourvotevirginia.com. And Sean, we can win this thing and show the nation that, in fact, a state that just 24 months ago was controlled by the progressive left can truly change direction. And common sense conservative leadership and policies work. They work, Sean. This isn't a moment of a philosophical debate. This is about promises made and promises kept and real results.
Well, the House of Delegates, you have 49 Republicans, 46 Democrats, the 3-vote margin for Republicans, 5 vacancies. In the Senate, you got 22 Democrats, 18 Republicans, 4-seat difference. So it seems on paper within reach. So I urge everybody in the Commonwealth of Virginia to pay attention. This will impact your life and the life of, generations to come, to be honest. I hate to ask you the obvious question that you're getting hammered with all the time, but I wouldn't be doing my job. A lot of rumors after this election you will consider getting into the 2024 presidential primary. Is there any truth to that? Have you thought about it at all?
Sean, I've been totally focused on our 2023 elections. And as you've just said, it is so important that we hold our House and flip our Senate. And in fact, you may have just seen Joe Biden came out and said that he is now going to fully weigh into our Virginia state legislative elections. He sent $1.5 million out of the DNC to try to fund the other candidates who are trying to run against our very good slate of Republicans. This has my full attention, and it deserves it. We are going to hold our House and flip our Senate and show America that a state can fully change direction.
I totally, completely agree. The margin you won by was spectacular. I had written off the Commonwealth of Virginia as just not winnable for Republicans. You proved me wrong in a good way. Thank you.